Hi everybody, it's Mindy, and I have a little mini book haul here. Not very many. And hopefully it's my last book haul for a while because I really need to stop buying books. So I've only bought from two places here. This is two trips. And one, I was just returning a book. Yep, I was returning a book and I came out with this, right? I returned one, ended up with 3. How's that happen, right? And then, okay, here's the problem. Grocery shopping gets me every time because our grocery store has a nice selection of books. And they have some that are like on clearance. Clearance, one of those two, right? Yeah, so that's going to be hard. But I seriously need to stop buying books. And I need to organize. I am going to redo my shelves, and maybe I'll show you how I do that. I watched somebody else on YouTube who has a system for how to put more books on their shelf, and I need to take better advantage of the space I have. I'm going to redo them. It's going to be probably a whole summer-long project. Wish me luck. Anyhow, I had a book to return because I got it twice at our local independent bookstore, and so I took it back and ended up with these 3 selections. This one is called Maybe Someday, which is Colleen Hoover. Have you ever heard of Colleen Hoover? I mean, booktubers talk about her all the time. Some people love her, and if they do, they have to get every Colleen Hoover book there is. Others are kind of like, I don't know. And then there's that group that's like, some were good and some weren't, okay? So I had to try a Colleen Hoover, and I picked this one up, read the back of it, and I thought this one sounded good. It's about 20-year-old Sydney who's enjoying a great life in college, working, in love with her boyfriend, and rooming with her best friend, Tori. But everything changes when she discovers that Hunter, the boyfriend, is cheating on her. And then she has to decide what to do. Now, she's captivated by their neighbor, Ridge. She can't take her eyes off him or stop listening to the way he plays his guitar every evening. They find themselves needing each other in more ways than one. So, there's a name for it. YouTubers say it all the time. Young people. They're young people. Out of college, in college, that age. There's a name for it. New age? No, I don't know. Something. Don't quote me. I'm not a professional. All right. This one was on one of the end caps, and books that are on the end caps, you know, that they have face out and stuff, just draw you in. That's what they're there for, right? This one's called Twice Shy by Sarah Hogel. See? Bright yellow. There they are. Look, he's sitting up in a tree. I don't know why, but it just drew my attention. And then when I read the back, and it says that Mabel's always been a dreamer and a hopeless romantic, living in her own world has long been preferable to dealing with the disappointments of real life. So she inherits a charming house in the Smokies from her great aunt Violet, and it's her opportunity to make a fresh start. Okay, she's moving to the Smoky Mountains. Come on, this is why this book drew me in. It's probably why he's up in a tree. I don't know. When she arrives, it seems her troubles have only just begun. The house is falling apart. She has to share it with Wesley, the groundskeeper, who's as grouchy as he is gorgeous. And they have very different visions for this property. So you hear where that's going, right? They're both there, collide, conflict. Then, they're going to find out that they really like each other, right? Yeah. Okay, so I picked up that one. Sounded good. And then this is a book I've wanted for a long time. A Man Called Uwe. And it's about this grumpy old guy. He lives in this little neighborhood and everybody thinks he's just grumpy. It's Frederick Bachman. I guess Frederick Bachman is very well known by people, has several novels, and has a certain writing style that people talk about. I don't know. But he is the grumpiest man you'll ever meet, a curmudgeon. But it turns out he's actually kind of tender, I believe. And, the chatty young couple's moving in with their daughters. They announce their arrival by accidentally flattening Uwe's mailbox with their U-Haul. There's unkept cats, unlikely friendships, and a community's unexpected reassessment of the one person they thought that they had all had figured out. So it turns out he maybe is not as grumpy as people think he is. I hear it's a very touching, moving book, and I really wanted to get it. I've heard a lot of good things about it. All right, so that was my trip back to the bookstore to return a book. and come out with 3. Yeah, not going there again. Can't go there again. And these 2 I got at the grocery store. Like I said, at the grocery store. This is a Susan Mallory. I had never heard of this one before. It's called Before Summer Ends. And it said right there, first time in print. Now, sometimes you got to be careful with these books because they reprint them with different covers. And you might have it already and it might, you know, I've done that before. I bought a book because it had a different cover thinking I didn't have it when I did. But this one says first time in print. I've never heard. This is actually 2 books in here, I believe. Before Summer Ends. And then in the back is a little bit pregnant. A little bit pregnant. I'm not certain how you can be a little bit pregnant. You're either pregnant or you're not, right? Anyhow, so there's 2 different novels in here. And it's about Lisa, who knows Desmond is out of her league. He's a CEO, a teacher, gorgeous, and she's, well, not. Desmond offers her a place to stay for the summer, vows not to reveal how she's felt about him since their first and only kiss. He should have known better than to bring that temptation into his house. Well, yeah, you should know. You asked for it. Now, here's the other one. The bonus story, A Little Bit Pregnant, was published in 2003. So it's an older story. After acting on her crush for her boss, Zane, Nikki ends up pregnant. Just a little bit, though. She's willing to make things work with Zane, but his tragic past makes it difficult for him to open up. And when his overbearing protectiveness threatens her independence, Nikki will have to make hard choices. Like how to not be a little bit pregnant and completely pregnant, and what do you do about it? Interesting title, interesting. And then they had a Debbie Macomber that I have never purchased, and this one was on clearance. See, $5.97 for the Debbie Macomber, called Cottage by the Sea. When was this one printed? Or what's the copyright, I guess? Is it older? Is it newer? 2018. Okay, well, it's not that old, but it's fairly new. $27 book for $5.97. I'll take it any day. Right? In the seaside town with an eclectic community, one young woman tries to reclaim the light after darkness. Annie has been through the worst, rocked by tragedy. She heads to the place that makes her happy. Oceanside in the Pacific Northwest. That's where she used to go as a child. So she's going back there after her world's been rocked. She's trying to restore her spirit, runs into Keaton. He has a large frame and a big heart. Helps Annie fix up her rental cottage by the sea. Melly, the reclusive, prickly landlord, she's trying to make friends with. And then there's Britt, who's a teenager with a terrible secret. There's a whole bunch of people here trying to get along and build relationships. All kinds of stuff in the cottage by the sea. Doesn't that just make you, like, feel good? I mean, look at the scene that, you know, the ocean and the little cottage, the flowers. That would be so cool. I'd like to be there, wouldn't you? Yeah. So those are the books I got at the bookstore and at my grocery store. And I'm seriously going to try to not have another book haul for a long time. Next thing you'll see is hopefully organization of books and shelves and getting things in order and alphabetical and making more space. Yeah. All right. More space. If I have more space, I get more books. No. I got to stop buying books. Okay. I will talk to you guys soon. And keep reading. Have a great day. Bye.